Hello and welcome back to Language Fluency. If you're preparing for the IELTS exam, you know that writing task 1 can be tricky, especially when it comes to describing graphs. But don't worry. Today, I'll show you how to analyze, describe, and write about graphs confidently. We'll look at 2 real examples, learn key vocabulary, and even do a quick exercise. Let's get started. In writing task 1, you'll be given 1 or more visual data sources, like line graphs, bar charts, pie charts, or tables. Your job is to summarize the information, highlight key trends, and make comparisons, in at least 150 words, in about 20 minutes. Today, we will focus exclusively on line graphs. Your answer should have 4 clear paragraphs. Introduction, paraphrase the question. Don't copy it. Overview, write the main trends without details. This is where many students lose marks, don't skip it. Details, give specific data, numbers, years, comparisons. More details, add another layer of information, like changes over time or differences between groups. This structure keeps your writing clear and meets the coherence scoring criteria. Remember, you're not giving opinions, you're reporting trends, comparing data, and showing key features. The 4 scoring criteria are task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, that's vocabulary, and grammatical range and accuracy. So, focus on being clear, accurate, and organized. Let's look at our first example. The graph shows the number of international tourists in Sweden, Spain, and Italy from 2000 to 2020. First, analyze, x-axis is years, y-axis is millions of tourists. Here's the response. The line graph illustrates the number of international tourists visiting 3 European countries, Sweden, Spain, and Italy, between 2000 and 2020. That's the introduction. Overall, Spain experienced the most consistent growth in tourist numbers, rising from 20 million to 46 million over the period. In contrast, Sweden saw a significant decline before returning to its original level, while Italy showed fluctuations but ended with a notable increase. That's the overview, clear and concise. Now, details. In 2000, Sweden was the most visited country, with 35 million tourists, followed by Italy, 30 million, and Spain, 20 million. Over the next 2 decades, Spain's tourism grew steadily, reaching 46 million by 2020. And more details. Italy's figures dipped to 24 million in 2005 but recovered to 40 million by the end of the period. Meanwhile, Sweden's tourist numbers fell sharply to 20 million in 2010 but rose again to match the 2000 level by 2020. Now, let's look at a second example, internet usage in 4 countries. The graph shows the percentage of people using the internet from 2000 to 2020. This is a great chance to use comparison language like while, in contrast, and however. Here's the response. The line graph shows the percentage of people using the internet in 4 countries, USA, UK, Brazil, and Peru, from 2000 to 2020. That's the introduction. Overall, internet usage increased in all 4 nations. The USA and UK started with higher levels and reached over 90% by 2020, while Brazil and Peru began with much lower figures but showed significant growth. That's the overview. Now, details and more details. In 2000, the USA had the highest internet penetration at 55%, followed by the UK, 40%. Both countries experienced steady growth, reaching 95% and 93% respectively by 2020. Brazil started at 10% and rose steadily to 75% in 2020. Peru began with the lowest usage at just 5%, but it grew consistently over the period, reaching 50% by 2020, half the population. Despite this progress, it remained well below the other 3 countries. Great use of data and comparison. Now, it's your turn. This graph shows the number of users of mobile phones, landlines, and tablets in a town from 2001 to 2021. The numbers are in thousands. Pause the video and try to write a quick summary, just 150 words. Include an introduction, an overview, and 2 detail paragraphs. Here's a strong sample answer. The line graph shows the number of people using mobile phones, landlines, and tablets in a town between 2000 and 2020. The numbers are in thousands. That's the introduction. Overall, mobile phone and tablet use increased over the period, while landline use fell sharply. Mobile phones were the most popular by 2021. That's a solid overview. Now, details. In 2001, landlines were used by 80,000 people, far more than mobile phones, 20,000, and tablets, 10,000. However, landline use dropped steadily over the years, falling to just 10,000 by 2021. Mobile phone users grew quickly, reaching 90,000 in 2021. Tablet use started low but rose fast after 2011, reaching 80,000 by the end. In conclusion, there was a clear shift from traditional landlines to mobile and tablet devices over the 20-year period. Well done if you included trends, data, and comparisons. Let's review some key vocabulary to boost your score. For comparison. Slightly lower, significantly higher, the most expensive. For speed of change. Rapidly, steadily, sharply. For growth. Rapid growth, steady increase, consistent rise. And for no change, stay steady, remain stable, level off. Use these to avoid repeating go up and go down. For example, mobile phone use rose sharply, while landlines declined steadily. Much better than, mobile phones went up a lot. And that's it for today. We've covered everything you need to know to tackle writing task 1 with confidence: how to analyze a graph, write a strong overview, use the right vocabulary, and structure your answer step by step. Remember, practice makes progress. Try describing a new graph every day, and keep using those key phrases like overall, in contrast, and steadily increased. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tips, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment below, which graph trend is hardest for you to describe. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for today. See you in the next video. Until then, keep practicing, and good luck with your journey.